Hello peeps, this is Motorsport Progression and I'm back again with another video. So basically qualifying for the Bahrain Grand Prix finished earlier in the day, and surprise surprise is Ferrari back at the top. Scuderia Ferrari is back at the top of the charts, and it was Charles Leclerc in first position. Charles Leclerc put it on pole position, and he's got a few pole positions under his belt as well. He's had a pole position at Bahrain before in 2019. So good performance from Charles. He didn't look strong in first and second practice. He has some catch up to do, but he managed to string it and pull it together and put a good performance. And then also you have, what's it called, the name, Max Verstappen was in second. He couldn't challenge the Ferrari of Charles Leclerc. So Max has got some. I feel like Red Bull can always pull out a good strategy to win the race. So I don't think that Red Bull should be too worried about Ferrari's pace until a few laps into the race, and we see how after the first few laps you will kind of know how the rhythm of the race is going to go. So yeah, everyone should calm down and just relax and just wait for the race. So basically in third position you had Carlos Sainz in the Ferrari. That's a job well done from him to keep up with Leclerc and Verstappen, two great good drivers in Formula One. And then going down the pecking order, I think you have Hamilton finished in fifth for the Mercedes team. Hamilton in fifth. Well, that's the most that he can do with a car, and yeah, they're promising to push on. They promise their fans to push on and make more progress. So there's more to come from Mercedes, and I feel like if they can stay with the leading pack, anything can happen. Remember the race, anything can happen. Safety cars, red flags, yellow flags, virtual safety cars, anything can happen in a Formula One race, and it's not over until the checkers flag is taken. So you can't count out Mercedes AMG Petronas in this incident. And then for Mercedes as well, George Russell finished in ninth. He didn't have a good first corner. He outbraked himself basically, and he didn't string the lap together. So it was a difficult session for George Russell. So I'm looking forward to the race tomorrow. It should be. It's kind of cold in Bahrain, surprisingly. It's cold in the desert. That's how you know global warming is affecting the world anyway. So it's kind of cold in the desert. Let me just get the results up here. Let me get the iPad on. Let me just get the results up for qualifying. Just give me a second. So yeah, peeps, I've got the results up for the Bahrain Grand Prix qualifying, and let's check it. In first, you have Charles Leclerc for Scuderia Ferrari with a 131.471. In second, you have Max Verstappen for Red Bull Racing with a 131.785. In third, you have Carlos Sainz Jr. in the 131s as well. Then you got Sergio Perez in fourth. Yeah, I was thinking that as well. Then you have Lewis Hamilton in fifth for Mercedes AMG Petronas. Valtteri Bottas, good qualifying result for him. He's in sixth for Alfa Romeo Racing All In. And then you have Kevin Magnussen. Surprisingly, he just came back into Formula One and he put a strong performance. Remember, Kevin used to drive for McLaren, and he was a good driver as well. And he's been a good driver in the previous Haas's as well. Just the Haas hasn't been strong. So Kevin, well done in seventh. In eighth, you have Fernando Alonso for the Alpine, which is not a bad result for him, as you know, he's still finding his feet back into Formula One. He must have found his feet now, but obviously the Alpine's got some pace to find. And you have George Russell in ninth. So George was looking quite good during the first three practice sessions, but it just tailed off and went away from him. It happens to the greatest of drivers, so George shouldn't look down on himself. He should just build onto that. And then in 10th, you have Pierre Gasly racing for Alpha Tauri Racing with a 132.0. So it was a good qualifying session, very exciting, and I'm looking forward to the race tomorrow. So if you like the content, please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share the video so people can find out about the sport of Formula One as well. So yeah, in 11th position you have Esteban Ocon, and Esteban would have been hoping for a better result, maybe pushed it slightly up the field, but he's gonna take that because he's a one-time Grand Prix winner anyway with the Alpine, and he can build on that as well. And then you have Mick Schumacher in 12. To me, that's a good result for Mick. Mick is starting to find his feet in the midfield, and he's gonna push himself up slowly during his career, you know. And then you go Lando in 13th. That's a very, very disappointing performance for McLaren. And then you for McLaren as well, you got Daniel in 18th. So in 14th, you got Alexander Albon for Williams, which is a very good result for him. He's been on a simulator, so he's got a few, he's got it in his blood. And then you have Granit Xhaka for the Alfa Romeo in 15th. And then you have Yuki Tsunoda for AlphaTauri in 16th for 132.750. You got Nico Hulkenberg in 17th, Daniel Ricciardo in 18th. Obviously, Daniel didn't have no testing in Bahrain, so it must have affected his driving performance and his confidence as well. Probably he's just finding strength back into his body. So I feel like Daniel is gonna come good in the first 4 or 5 races. And then you go Lance Stroll in 19th. Lance Stroll in 19th for Aston Martin Racing, and then you have Nicholas Latifi in 20th. So that's the full result of qualifying, and the race is gonna be tomorrow at I think I think 3 o'clock GMT. So I'm looking forward to the race. I hope that is exciting. I can see Leclerc I can see Leclerc winning the race, and I can see Verstappen winning the race as well, because Red Bull's strategy is very good and their pit stops. And when they undercut you, they might be able to come out with some pace. So watch out for Red Bull tomorrow. But if Lewis Hamilton can stay with the first 4 cars or 3 cars, the leading pack, he can get on the podium and possibly win the race with some luck. So it's all to play for tomorrow. But I expect Max Verstappen as the world champion to be the strongest driver tomorrow. But don't count out Charles Leclerc. It's gonna be a strong performance for him. He's got something to prove. So Formula One's looking saucy, So yeah, let's take it as it is. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on the video. And yeah, what do you guys think about Ferrari's revival? Do you think it's gonna last long, or do you think it's just for the moment? They're not gonna last long. So I want to see Ferrari. Normally they tail off towards the end of the season, like the championship fight that they had with Mercedes in 2017 and 2018. They started off very strong, but they tailed off towards the end of the season. So I hope Ferrari can keep the pace for the first 5 races and then bring some updates, because it's gonna be about development as well. So yeah, take care. See you soon.